Oh boy. You know, Cato, I remember when these things came out in the 80s, and I'm sure you do too, but I never really gave it a second look. I didn't know what it was. I didn't appreciate it.
It's kind of a nondescript design. I mean, it looks
Doesn't look like a supercar. It looks like a grocery getter.
200 horsepower under the hood and Quattro drive, which was totally novel. I mean, you remember those rally pictures in the buff books and the cars in the air?
Yeah, the gearheads loved these
things. They loved them, but not a lot of other people did.
Well, what, they sell 10,000 of these things.
12,000, almost 12,000 over a 10-year run.
But the point, I guess, is the Quattro. Audi had something unique.
Yeah, well, let's put it this way. In 1980-81, when this Quattro thing arrived, Audi was selling what? I don't know, a few thousand cars in the United States. By the mid-1980s, Audi was up to 75,000 in sales in the U.S. Quattro put Audi on the map.
I believe it did. Well, modern power, but 80s interior. It's got velour upholstery, just like you have at home.
You've been to Vegas too many times. You look around here, and it's like a lunch bucket of Volkswagen parts. It really is.
Yeah,
I mean,
the door handles are pure Volkswagen.
And you think, oh my gosh, has interior design come a long way? I mean, just sliders here, a little AM radio.
We've come a long way.
Very basic controls for the four-wheel drive system.
But this power, you know, it comes on a little late. You know, the turbos aren't as good, or weren't as good as they are now.
When you think back in the 80s, you know, the turbo unit, you know, was probably about this big, and today it's about that big. Yeah. There's not much to it, so you got to wait till that thing spools up to force some air in there and then go.
Well, 5 cylinders is a great engine.
Nicely balanced, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, it just sits on the road, and I got to tell you, the suspension feels pretty good for a car that's almost 30 years old.
Well, nice road, but you know, I'd like to be driving this Quattro down it with the, you know, snow up to the
a little ice, get sideways, have a little, you know, Walter Rural, you know.
But I give them credit for it. You know, they had this idea 30 years ago, and I didn't quite get it that time, but they've stuck with it.
Well, a brand message, consistent brand message. They're Bavarian partners, Ultimate Driving Machine, Audi, Quattro. And sticking with that message for 30 years is one of the reasons why they're going to sell 1.5 million cars by 2015 from nothing.
The sporty image has driven them for 3 decades.
Martin, 30 years of Quattro. And the impressive thing is, not the technology so much as the message. You've stuck with that message for 30 years.
Yeah, we stuck with the message, but also, of course, with the technology and with the capability of Quattro, which is driving pleasure, which is racing, which is success, and that is what our customers want.
Oh, well, Cato, here is the fastest, meanest Quattro of them all.
And the most expensive and the most exclusive.
Oh, it's strictly for the big swinging you-know-what.
Yeah, but not many of them, because only 25 of those big swinging are going to get to buy this car in Canada, and another 333 all around the world.
Limited edition, limited edition. When premium brand isn't enough, you make a limited edition of the premium brand and charge even more for it.
Well, and so you're building on the basic car, which was the R8 that went on sale a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
How many horsepower? How many horsepower?
Oh, 430?
420. And then there's the new V10.
$140,000. The V10, the V10, let me think, 530 maybe?
525 for 171,000. And there's the Spider, which is all the convertible. That's 525. 180 some odd thousand.
So the limited edition GT is?
Well, 193,000 euros, which would be?
Well, that's pushing 300,000 bucks.
Okay, but for that you get 560 horsepower. 0 to 100 kilometers in how fast?
3 seconds?
3.5. It's enough to squeeze your retinas right off the back of your eyeballs.
Oh, I gotta have one. I gotta have one. Okay, Mr. Big Swinging, this car is for you.
I got the key, baby. Let's go.
Strap in.
Oh yes, strap in.
Well, the first thing I noticed is that we're sitting about 2 inches off the ground.
And you're sitting in a carbon fiber tub. Lightweight, lightweight, lightweight.
Yeah, well, no padding, no adjustment. This is to take the weight down.
Well, the idea is they squeezed out, 100 kilograms of weight out of this thing, so the windscreen is made of thinner glass, the back window is made of plastic.
Carbon fiber all over the place.
The carpet is, 17 pounds lighter than in a regular R8. It's incredible.
But with all this performance, it's still not hard to handle. I mean, you're even you've got this thing under control.
The idea here is that you can take it to the Nürburgring and set records, or you can take it to Domino's Pizza to pick up your pie on a Friday night. And that makes the car a success from a wide range of buyer perspectives.
Well, the R8 has been a success for Audi for the image that it's given. Stodgy old Audi, these boxes on wheels, suddenly they have a supercar. I mean, people have flocked to the showrooms.
And that means that they can keep milking the iteration after. It started with the regular R8, then they did the V10, then they did the Spider convertible.
Yeah.
Now we got this.
So how many can you force out of the same mold? Have they overdone it?
Well, you have to believe that they can squeeze a couple more. I mean, BMW does 18 versions of the 3 Series. Yeah. The Germans are clever at this stuff.
Well, Audi's pretty clever at the way they flogged Quattro and made it stand for the sportiness of the brand. Okay, now here we are at a test track in southern Germany, and guess what?
We're testing cars.
You are testing cars. You are the crash test dummy in this instance.
Well, somebody does the wise cracks. That's you. Somebody does the wise work. That's me.
Wise work. Well, we'll see how wise you are when you're throwing up at the edge of that car after they finish this test.
But the whole point is, this is about Quattro.
Yeah.
And Quattro is a mechanical and electrical system.
Puts all the power to the wheels.
Of course it does.
But if your tire blows up, what good is it?
Well, or if it doesn't stick. I mean, you need to have tires that match the all-wheel drive capabilities of the vehicle. So they test them here on this. This is a Bosch track, actually. And they test them here, and there's a handling circuit where I'm going, and you just sit here and rest, because you're a little old for this.
Go, guinea pig, go!
Gert, my man.
Okay.
Here we go.
You've done this before, right, Gert?
Well,
so did you get sick?
That was the moonshot right there.
Did you get sick?
No, I'm all clean, all tough.
Then how are the tires?
Gert is so smooth.
Is he?
Oh, he's so smooth. He's got one finger on the wheel, right, Gert? Just one finger, and we're going into the corners. But what he's looking for is this whole thing of how does the system work with the rubber, and how much slide do you
So
get?
what did you notice?
Well, I noticed that we were going really fast.
And your eyes were closed. You couldn't really tell.
I thought, boy, that lunch I had earlier. Yeah. No, what you really notice is the car. If you really know how to drive the car, you can brake so late, the car slides gently around the corner, and it just steps out a little bit at the back end, and then that differential that's new in this RS5 should kick in, shift the torque around, and the tire should work with that, and you get around the corner without crashing. And I'm here to prove that we didn't crash.
Good for you. Well, here, I'll get you some warm milk now. You've earned it. You've earned it.